just yet. People are kind of holding off on it. You don't hear much about it around here. And I almost feel like I am kind of the first one around here to really talk about it and get into it. And it's a good thing. Elwood just joined us in the chat room. What's going on, buddy? Elwood says, it'll be it'll be the next XFL. Not even close. Listen, not even close. Here's the deal. I think that the MMA, I think that the UFC in particular, but MMA in general, is, if it hasn't already, it is in the process of overthrowing baseball in the top three, in the big three in sports. And I think that it's football and basketball, and I think that MMA is overthrowing baseball. It's happening. I think it's okay if we admit that. I think it's okay. And Elwood, I know you're not going to like that because you're old school and you like baseball so much. You get so offended when I say anything wrong. But it's happening. It's more exciting. It's more intriguing. And flat out more people are interested. And it's just the truth. I posted a few things 2 weeks ago before I had Justin on. I said, hey, I'm having Justin Robbins on my show. Stop by and listen. I had 30 or 40 people listening, and then an additional, I think, 80 or 90 views after the show was over, just checking out the replay, which is significant. And I'm just saying, I don't get that if I'm breaking down the NLCS. If I hop on there and say, hey, I'm talking NLCS tonight. It's a big night. Nobody is listening. Nobody cares. We get that everywhere. I say I'm talking MMA. Well, people just hop in and want to hear all about it. Why? Because you don't get it anywhere else, and it's exciting, and people care. It's relevant. Believe it or not, it is relevant. And I think it is. I think it's doing everything right, and I think it's going to take the place of baseball in the top three. But I'm not sure how soon we will, outlets like ESPN will actually accept that and embrace that. Like now, we're starting to get, little tidbits at the bottom of the screen on the ESPN ticker about UFC, like Brock Lesnar just pulled out of his next fight. That was big news. It actually went across the ticker, ESPN. Mike says, if I say I'm talking Lakers, I think the whole world would watch. Rick Fox and Big Shot Rob are there. No, I don't think so. I mean, people care about the NBA, obviously. Listen, this isn't going to be another me just banging on baseball kind of thing. Maybe it is. Maybe it is a little, but it won't be so extended. It won't take over the whole show. I just think that baseball is doing it wrong. And I've said this a lot. I've said this so many times. You can blame it on marketing or whatever, and that's what I hear. Well, it's not marketed right. They just don't market it right. They don't market it to the kids. Well, that doesn't matter. I mean, you can market it to the kids all you want. It's not exciting. It's marketing your product to the kids isn't even going to help you. That's not who you want. You want me. I mean, you want 20 to 40. You want that range. You don't want little kids. There's no money in there. People my age aren't watching. And people in their 20s are not interested. And the next generation of people going to be in their 20s also not interested. They're just not. And it's not, forget your marketing. Listen, if you think you go into an inner city area, those kids have just never heard of baseball. I mean, come on. They've heard of it. They just don't care. Oh, well, baseball's on too late. Okay, baseball's on too late. Too late for the kids, right? Listen, I turn 29 tomorrow. I can hardly stay awake past 9:30. When I was a kid, I couldn't go to sleep before 2 in the morning. There's nothing on too late for kids. I mean, it's a crap argument. It's a bogus excuse as to why the product is failing. Well, it's on too late for the kids. Which kids? Kids are up all night. Are you serious? Does anybody not remember being a kid? I was up all night as a kid. So was everyone else that I know. The kids stay up the latest. Don't worry about the kids. It's me. It's me that you want, and I'm sleeping. You can put your game. I've said this a million times. Baseball never evolves. It won't evolve, and if you don't change, your steady decline in popularity also won't change. I mean, you have to change. You have to evolve. You have to. Honestly, you got to speed it up a little bit. And Elwood, I won't get into the whole thing. I've already done this show several times. Baseball just needs to speed it up a little bit. And okay, Elwood says baseball's okay as is. Yeah, to you it is, but to everyone else, it's not. And that's why ratings are sliding. That's why attendance is sliding. It's just not okay. Every other sport changes. It constantly changes. Baseball can't even institute a replay. I mean, come on. They can't even institute replay into their sport. How hard is that? I mean, how hard is that to get it right? Bro, I don't know. It's human error is part of the game. Human error. Yeah, the player's human error, not the umpires. That's not part of the game. It's a screw up. If you can fix it, then it won't be a screw up anymore. Duh. I mean, it's just so easy. It would be so easy. I mean, come on. You've watched it. I've watched it on TV. These plays that these umpires blow, and you can't blame them 100% because action's so fast. The calls they have to make actually happen so fast. You can't blame them for missing some here and there. But, I mean, what's it take? One time seeing the replay to know that they messed up? I mean, 20 seconds? 20 seconds, maybe 30, a minute tops it would take to get their problem right. And instead they blow a call. The manager comes out and they spend 5 minutes in each other's face, kicking dirt, yelling. They take turns throwing each other out of the game. And baseball fans are worried about replay slowing their game down. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I mean, from what? A crawl to an absolute standstill? Jeez. Elwood, are you making fun of me because of my PPR leagues again? You got to be in PPR league. You got to be. What? Might as well just go log on to MySpace or go watch Punk'd with your non-PPR heaven. Live in the now. I'm telling you, I'm hurting a little bit. You know what I did? I've always wanted to run commercials on here, and I actually produced a few. But, God, it takes like 2 hours to produce like a 2-minute commercial. So I decided I gotta find another way. I want to run commercials. I don't want to actually go and get advertisers. I really don't want to make any money off my website because then I have to get like a license to play songs. I don't want to do that. But I want commercials. So I went and I looked and I found some. Right? I just found some commercials that I like. Nobody's paying me anything, but I'm going to run them. Mike Pendleton in the chat room has been asking, who's the greatest Laker of all time? The greatest Laker of all time. I mean, that's tough, man. So many guys have been Lakers. I honestly would say Kobe Bryant. I honestly would. I love Kobe. I think he's the second best player that's ever played, behind Michael Jordan. But I mean, when people throw in words like all time, that typically means they want to hear somebody old. They don't want to hear somebody that's currently playing, because no